What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Ned Leeds and Peter Parker 2-pack. This is the very first set that I've ever got, very first figures I've ever got with the plastic-free packaging. And off the top, I will say, not a fan. I am not a fan of the plastic-free packaging. There's things about it that I understand why we have to do it. So, like, I get why there's no plastic, but at the same time, it's only going to hurt Hasbro, I think, because I could say right now I'd probably have, like, I don't know, maybe 30% of my collection I'll keep in box just to put on the wall because it looks nice, because you can see the figure, and, like, with the Star Wars 40th anniversaries, the Marvel Legend retro figures, a couple of the older Marvel Legend style boxes, too. So yeah, like, not having the view of the figure is really a difference maker in my opinion. So I actually passed on the Knoll and Venom 2-pack just because of the price of that too, and the price of this here in Canada, there you go right there, $80. So yeah, so a lot to pay for this, but it was a set I was looking forward to. So enough talk, let's get into the opening this windowless packaging or plastic-free packaging 2-pack. So I thought for this one, instead of just skipping to getting the figures out of the packaging, I'm going to actually open them up live here, because who knows what we're going to find, right? I'm just really hoping that there's no bad paint defects. That's really the biggest worry of this plastic-free thing. And the people that are at, like, Walmart and stuff, you know, they're going to swap figures and, you know, so. Okay. So, that's all you get, really. You get this cardboard here. You get a little bag. I guess that's the extra heads and hands. And looks like Ned comes with the Spider-Man mask already on his head. Sorry for the noise if it's a little noisy. That's how it's going to be with the paper now. See how this looks. Weird how they put the masked head on him in the packaging. I feel like they would have put the regular head on him and had this as an accessory head. But not bad so far. He's an all-new sculpt too, which is obviously needed. But he looks all right out of the packaging so far. Let's get Spidey or Peter. It's so weird not having plastic and twist ties and all that stuff. That part of it I really like, not having to deal with the plastic. The plastic does drive me nuts when it comes to, like, recycling day. So, especially if you buy a lot of figures, so this will be a lot easier. And he looks good, man. Wow, that looks really nice. That is a great Tom Holland head sculpt. That's the best one they've done since. Wow, perfect. I like how he comes with a backpack too. Very nice. Figured that would have been in the accessory bag as well. I guess they just threw it on him. But again, all new sculpt here. Peter in his high school attire, I guess you can call it. But height-wise, they look like they're about the same height almost. Ned's a little bit shorter. But they look good. Let's see what's in this little accessory bag here. I actually don't remember what they come with. I'm sure it says on the back of the box, but I don't remember exactly what we get here. Let's see. Oh, look at that. They're, like, all wrapped in the backpack. So we get 2 interchangeable fists for Peter here. That's nice. We get a textbook. Not bad. Gotta have books if you're going to school. And the Ned head sculpt also looks very good, I will say. Looks exactly like the actor. I actually really like Spider-Man Homecoming. I thought it was really funny. It gives that nice high school vibe, right? This head, I don't know what it is about this one. This one looks a little weird. Looks like he's about to smile and laugh at the same time. But at the same time, I don't know. He looks kind of old. Look at those wrinkles by his eyes. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't know. It just looks weird. I'll probably end up putting this head on a different body of some sorts, but yeah. There's the unmasked. There's the happy, weird-looking Peter face there. And we also get this backpack here, I believe is Ned's backpack. And it looks like it fits on... Let's see if we can get this on here. Oops, sorry, Peter. Fits on perfectly. It's not hard to get on at all. Unlike, I'm trying to think of a backpack that was hard to get on somebody. I think it was the Stranger Things McFarlane figures. Then again, I don't remember. But that looks good. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go over... let's swap this headpiece right here, and then we'll go over his articulation. The headpiece on him with the Spider-Man mask is not bad. It's unfortunate they didn't paint the lines. Especially I'll bring in a Spider-Man Homecoming right here. They painted the lines on the original Homecoming figure, so it's a shame. And it's a little bit of a brighter red too. Another thing I'm noticing there. So could have maybe darkened that up a bit and added some black paint, but you know, they didn't. It's not a huge deal. I'm probably not going to display Ned with this head on. It's just a cool extra head. Pops off pretty easily. Let's see if it pops on easily. Oh, that didn't sound great. Oh man, I swear they're making it harder and harder to pop heads on, or is it just me? Oh, there we go. Looks good, man. I'm really digging this Ned. We definitely needed Ned. He's the guy in the chair, man. We needed the guy in the chair. Let's go over his articulation a bit. See how far he can kick. He can't really kick up that far. I mean, you can't really expect this guy to do much for articulation, but let's see what we can get out of him. Wide stance. Wide stance looks all right. See if we can bend these heels or ankle pivots. Boom, look at that. The Glenn Webb pose at its finest. There is Ned with his widest stance possible, as Glenn would say. Let's see his arm articulation here. He does only have single jointed elbows, but again, not a huge deal. You can have him waving at you. This is definitely a good 2-pack. The shirt and the jacket, like his shirt and his collared shirt, are both one piece. Does he have an ab crunch? Not really. This is all very solid rubber, so doesn't really have an ab crunch. You can see a little bit of his skin bleeding through the sleeve there, the top sleeve. But he looks good. I wonder if he can sit down in a chair. That's the one thing I kind of want to figure out. Let's pause it for 1 second. The thing I forgot to mention is he does have a watch on his wrist too. And it is, you can move it around too, so it's not sculpted on there or painted on. It's an actual different piece all in general, so that's cool. One thing I am forgetting too, Ned did not come with any interchangeable hands, so all we do have for his hands are these open hands. So he can do his jazz hands if he wants. But we have a WWE Elite chair here. Let's see if he can sit in it. See, as you guys can see, you can't really bend his knees because the shirt is a little too long, but I think you can get away with that. Let's see here. His feet aren't touching the ground. The chair is a little high, but if you definitely want to have some shots of him at his computer desk, being the guy in the chair for Spider-Man, you probably get away with that. I'm sure there's other chairs too you could try. The J. Jonah Jameson chair might work. I have that one as well. Should have grabbed that, but I think this one works. The guy in the chair, man. The guy in the chair. Let's move on to Peter and get a closer look. Alright, so here's Peter up close and personal. And let's check out his articulation. Let's get this backpack off of him. I'm really digging the green shirt over the collared shirt. There's a little bit sticking out. It looks nice because it looks like he's always in a rush to get dressed, to change back into Peter form when he's Spider-Man. So that's a nice little detail. I actually don't know if I can remove this backpack here. I'm having trouble. Let's see. Let's take that off. I'm always scared with backpacks. I always feel like these parts are going to snap or something, right? So be careful with that. You never know. Backpack itself doesn't look bad. It's just a simple little backpack. Is it the same as Ned's? It's a little bit smaller than Ned's. Ned's got a bigger backpack. He's got more stuff in there than him, I guess. So there you go. No detail really on the inside, but nice, decent backpacks. But yeah, for the clothing here, really digging it. I remember this outfit from the movie, so that works. Double jointed elbows for Peter here, which is nice too. Love those double jointed pinless elbows as well. And pinless knees, double jointed pinless knees. You could probably really get this guy in some nice poses. One downfall, I'm going to say right now. I know it's not necessary, but they could have included some flipping hands or whatever they call that. They did give us the fists. The fists are nice, but I feel like why not for this price that we're paying? Like, and now that there's no plastic, shouldn't that make it a little cheaper to make, right? Not having plastic in there, it's probably a little bit cheaper. They're saving some money now. Why not just throw in an extra set of hands for Peter? He's Spider-Man at all. Like, he doesn't have hands that do this, so that's a little disappointing. I'll have to look in my accessory bin to see if I have any human fleshed hands like that. I don't even think I do. So, missed part there, I will say, on Hasbro. They could have included those hands. Or even just one of them and had one of these opened. But let's see if he can hold this textbook that he comes with. In the picture in the back there, he's holding it, no problem. But let's see. He doesn't really have a grip, so he can't really hold this. So yeah, I mean, he kind of can. There you go. He's kind of holding it. Here, Ned, borrow do my homework for me or something, Probably wouldn't need him to do that. He's pretty smart, but yeah, he looks good, man. Let's pop this other head on. This weird looking head. Oh, man. Jeez, look at that. I just knocked Ned over in the chair. So a little tight there to swap heads. Same with Ned, but pretty easy to pop on with Peter, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know. What would you call this? Like a mid-laugh, smile look to him? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That look was a little funny. Let's swap the hands too. Why not? It's a great figure, though, honestly. I definitely recommend getting this 2-pack because having a nice, basic-looking Peter Parker, I think, is a must. Especially if you're a huge MCU fan like I am. But, yeah, looking at that head, I don't know. I don't know what it is. That is not great. But that's all right. Let's bring in some other Spider-Man figures, and we'll do some head swaps and comparisons. All right, so here is all my Homecoming figures, except for the Vulture, because he's in like a crazy spot on my shelf, and he's in the flight stand, and I wasn't going to take him down. It's just way too much of a hassle, but I didn't think we would need to compare them. But anyways, here they are next to some other Peters and MJ there. As you guys can see here, this is the old Tom Holland head sculpt. I decided to throw this head on Peter, by the way. But that does fit on there, if you guys wanted to do that. It doesn't look right, obviously, but let's bring in this head compared to this head, and wow, man. Look at the difference a few years makes. I mean, more than a few years, but that is amazing. The one on the left doesn't even really look like Tom Holland at all. It almost looks like a completely different person, so they have done a great job on Tom Holland's head. I will be popping this off, and let's see if this one fits on, and it doesn't. It's a little loose, but honestly, it doesn't look too bad there. You just might have to put some sticky tack or something on there, and it should look good, but shame it doesn't pop on, but at least it stays good enough. I do want to try popping this head also on the... This is actually the 2-pack version, I believe, with Iron Man. I just swapped the head with the yellow jacketed one, because the head that came with this one was like weird. It was like damaged in the eye or something. But let's see how this looks. Is it going to pop on? Doesn't feel like it. Oh man, that sucks. Might have to heat it up or something. But that looks really good. I don't know what you guys think, but that looks really nice. I hope we do get Spider-Man in his new costume at the end of Far From Home, so I don't know if we will, but I think that looks awesome. Going forward, this head should be included with every Spider-Man Tom Holland figure. If not this one, at least the other one from Iron Spider, because those two head sculpts, spitting images of Tom Holland. I will say, actually, This one looks better than the Iron Spider, because the Iron Spider one has a lot of true effects, or whatever they call it, digital printing going on. This one doesn't look like it's as bad, honestly. It looks more painted. So maybe they're stepping back from that, or they're perfecting it or something, but the head sculpts look way better now than they did. Even this one, you can kind of tell by her eyes, MJ's eyes. You can kind of see like that glittery look, right? Kind of. That's that digital face printing stuff. So I think they're finally perfecting the face technology. So good to see. But yeah. Let's close out here with some final thoughts as I try to get these guys to stand. All right, so some final thoughts on this experience, I will call it, because it is weird. I will say this was very weird, opening figures without any plastic. It was a lot more quiet, so that's good. It's going to be a lot easier to throw out in the garbage, which is also very helpful and obviously better for the environment. However, I will say the packaging will turn off a lot of collectors. Reports at GameStop when I picked these up were they are already turning off collectors, because there is some out there that have QC issues. Stuff's not painted right, or I've seen a few Spider-Men that don't have the webbing pattern on the Spinneret 2-pack or whatever that was. But I got pretty lucky here. No issues, nothing. I will say they should have included webbing hands for Peter, and I wish they would have at least included one, at least, fist for Ned, so they can at least do props or something, right? They're buddies, so I'm sure you see them do it in the movie. I'm pretty sure they have like their own secret handshake or whatever, so it would have been nice to capture that kind of stuff in photos and whatever. But final thoughts, I say, if you guys can get this, get it. Maybe play the long game. I don't know how much they're going for in the States, but $80 here, it's kind of crazy. You might get lucky and find these guys on sale around Christmas time, maybe. Who knows? I know for a fact there was 2 Venom 2-packs at GameStop. They're over $100 here in Canada too. So, yeah, I don't know. Hasbro, I don't know what's going on, but make sure the QC issues are kind of, not happening as much, especially now that we can't see the figures. It's going to turn off a lot of people, but I still enjoyed this 2-pack. I thought it was great. I can't wait for more MCU figures. MCU is my favorite part about Marvel at the moment. Maybe not at the moment, because I'm not really a huge fan of She-Hulk. And Miss Marvel and Eternals wasn't that great, but, I still love the MCU. So, anyways, there's Peter and Ned. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Smash like if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.